It's gonna work. Let's go ahead and pull it up.
Looking for the tree of life in the pair 23 nights. Blessed that I'm looking forward in the first place. Could be a different scenario, the worst case. Taking every shot of my block. See the Glock of an officer pop a kid. That's how it is in the ghetto metropolis. Way before the introduction of stop and frisk, it was killer, hopeless, a dream deferred. Fiend drop a dope dish in a needle by the curb. Heroin is a heroin, a deliverer, a savior, medicine. For some, cold night, cold pipe full of hot fire. Praying to the dope God, they don't even know God. How many killings in the night, Jackie 4-5? I took 3 shots, that was back in 9-5. Nowadays,
go ahead and put these in so I can listen to my jams.
Take a hood lemon, turn them to an Picasso. Turn the slipper brush over to a Picasso. Turn the death of his only son into the gospel. That's deep. That should let you know that true love is not cheap. I oppose what false prophets preach in the street.
Alright, we're good to go. Let's not tackle California tonight. It's a beast. I know what we can do. Let's do Owens.
Bullets ripping through a whip just to listen in the hits. The heart with tents was darker than the car park with kids. I wonder if the heart was skiing. Bullet looking for dark and seeing. Who's the target then? It's all of us. We Paul Paris. We all love us. We all jealous and Paul tell us. We all zealous for death. Russian roulette. Click, click. Who's next? Is it you? Did a witch put a hex on the youth?
You'll put it in the chat if you want to join. Oh dang. It's a lot of people. I was getting bored. I watched a little bit of Tommy too. Is my mic too high? Do I need to turn my mic down?
Seeing babies on the street with the heat. Who eats when it's beef and it's cold out? North Coast, no clothes when it goes down in the city. In the city ain't a bit of pretty. Coppers missing robbers just to get a penny. Justice system sicker than the intervention. Give it to individuals with limited images, with intimate visuals of the most high. Most die in this jungle, watch them crows fly. I grow tired in the summer when the bones rise. The chrome cried in the stomach when the soul died. How many murders in an hour? Probably 4, 5. Only time they got power when they hold knives. It only took 3 days for the one to rise. I know they tired of walking crooked cause they looking blind. They want power, they'll find it when they put it down. It's up in heaven, they must never in the days cause they weaker than they realize. Tell them life ain't ours, don't waste time. Trying to find life in everything that's finna die. Don't let them lie to them. Give them evidence of heaven when you ride through them. We gotta tell them it's something better in heaven and better than everything ever since ever been evident, excellent, and it's God. That overcame. I was numb to the shots from that gun. I was living so insane. Oh, I'm so ashamed. But I'm done living life on the run forever. The moment you realize that this is realer than it seems.
Hmm.
In the city of death, looking for the tree of life in the pair 23 nights. Blessed that I'm looking forward in the first place. Could be a different scenario, the worst case. Take an aerial shot of my block, see the Glock of an officer pop a kid. That's how it is in the ghetto metropolis. Way before the introduction to stop and frisk, it was killer, hopeless, a dream deferred. Fiend drop a dope dish in a needle by the curb. Heroin is a heroin, a deliverer, a savior, medicine. For some, cold night, cold pipe full of hot fire. Praying to the dope guy, they don't even know God. How many killings in the night, Jackie 4-5? I took 3 shots, that was back in 9-5. Nowadays they'll kill for a G-shot. Trigger click, boom bang, sounding like a beatbox. Thank God for God though. Take a hoodlum and turn him to an Apostle. Turn a simple brush over to a Picasso. Turn a death of his own.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about actually, was the whole concept. I can't do this. I can't listen to my self-talk. It drives me insane. That book is disgusting. Yeah.
I hear the blood of Abel screaming from the streets when it speaks. We don't hear it, but we fear it from its own mouth. Bullets ripping through a whip just to listen in the hits.
I don't know. Why my phone is getting up. Is this anti-abortion or pro-abortion? I actually can't even tell. Oh yeah, this is some kind of leftist nonsense then, I guess. I don't know. I'm just wasting time. I'm moving on. I just wondered why the address was. I just wondered why the address was in there. I need to. Okay, it's true. Oh, that's why. That's so weird. All right. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Well, they make that legal, but. There's this brand of mead called Viking Blood. 19%. That's technically 38 proof. Mead, guys, made from honey and herbs with an ancient Viking recipe. Telling you what. Alright, all I needed was this, though. I just got distracted. I'm sorry. Sorry, friends. BLOD. I actually got it at World Market as a present many months ago. It's super old, but that's the thing about alcohol. Never really worried about it getting old. Alright. Same technique as always. What you're doing here is drinking a red wine from Oregon while researching Washington. It's all good though. So what you do? Yeah. I knew it was blood, dude. I just wanted to emphasize the spelling. Yeah, but you get it at World Market apparently, or some supply place that has just a lot of different types of mead. I have a feeling it's common brand. I see other people in the chat. Please feel free to comment. I'm watching the comments. Getting a little distracted. A little distracted. But like I said, if anybody wants to join me, you know, now that there's 4 people here, you know, we can work on this at the exact same time. That's the cool thing about a Google Sheets. This thing right here. And this the cool thing about this is we can work together at the same time. So also, I don't think that the camera is blocking too much. Just making sure. I just need to remember that that portion is taken. Yeah, I know about John Rubin. That's some old school stuff. Yeah, it's been a while since I've heard music from him. So if you like this at all, this is Jackie Hill Perry. Honestly, I think she's the best female artist of all time. I say it every time I say anything about her. So she's the best female artist of all time. I also like a lot of other people that are associated with her label. I don't actually understand the naming of the label, but Humble Beast Records. I don't understand the name exactly. It seems kind of strange, but it's cool, man. Cool. Looking up 3rd Avenue, Seattle. Yeah, so it's going to be one building. We just need to find, show more results. We just need to find the 200. Need to stay northeast. Zoom to. I just need the parcel ID. I could get it. Oh, yeah. That's how you're gonna be. Doesn't matter. Okay. Give me more information. Give me more information. Every state's gonna be different. So we were working in Arizona, which I'm pretty familiar with. 9730 is the lot number likely, but it's not the PID. Parcel ID. Nope, 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 nope. Click that. Oh, here we go. There's the parcel number. That's what we needed to get. See, sometimes you just kind of have to scoot around, click around, figure out what you're doing. Just work it out. Yeah, it shouldn't be a residential. So then what we do is we come back here. Now that we have the parcel ID, we're going to go back to the asset. Whoa, I didn't mean to click that one. Doing too much. You're doing too much. I don't need land records. That's not gonna help. Assessor, that's what you need. You need the assessor. Stick that there. Stick this here. That makes me want nachos. I will eat again at 9:30 tomorrow. I stopped eating today at 2 something. It's all good. I know that there's calories in meat and wine. It's not perfect caloric restriction. This is not happy. My property, maybe this is it. Oh my god. Everywhere, every state's gonna be different, guys. Some are gonna be more difficult than others. I'm just showing you how it's done. I need to go. No. Yeah, just making sure that's all. It's all good. I acknowledge. I don't rate this stuff at all. I know. You just have to find it and keep going. There's an I acknowledge on tons and tons of these things. I don't read any of it, guys. I don't read any of it. It's just, it is what it is. So I saw Robert and Candy. Yeah. 9 p.m. Okay, 45 minutes. I'll send everybody away. I'll just say go watch Nate and Breath of Fresh Bear. All right, so we need 200 though, because we've got the entire building. But who owns number 200? That's so it used to be combined, and they broke it up. Hooray. Well, that's not helpful. Not yet. Maybe you should understand what I'm looking for right now. I'm kind of saying it. I'm looking for the number 200, basically. So you have to find out, how do I delineate? How do I break this down? It's showing the entire building, but I need just number 200. So sometimes you gotta go to the bill. Sometimes you just gotta click around. That's what this research is all about. So we started at like 8:05, 8:10, something like that. Let's see here. North Seattle Professional. Dang. That's a big tax bill. Let's look at details. Yeah, this is for the entire complex. And their 2019 taxes are currently due. We could pay their taxes. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not that I'd be able. So the interesting thing is, their taxes are not paying for the libraries. That's interesting. But some of the taxes are going towards the school, but mostly to the city. I just think it's interesting. No, I don't need any of that nonsense. I'm looking for mailing address on file. Oh, wait a second. It's just a coincidence that that's number 200. So this hypothetically could be the owner. North Seattle Professional, taxpayer name, tax account number, enter account or parcel number, and when we put in the parcel number, it is not exactly the same. Let's just double check. We'll do it this way. Make sure we're getting the same thing. Yeah. So this person hypothetically owns all of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this address. And I'm going to save this name. So charge of, right? The charge of. I think that that's more than likely a winner. Let's go. Was it this one? Nope. Nope. Okay. Let's go here. We'll go here. Here. We have nobody is on right now. But again, currently there's just 5 other people. There's 5 other. There's 7 people here right now. Thank you for being here. The only way I'm going to be able to, I mean, this is always the way it works. It's not like we can talk unless I did a Google Hangouts. But if I did a Google Hangouts, I wouldn't be able to do the work. So if you want to talk to me, please chat. I'm literally reading the chat. Prove it to you. I said hello in the chat. So if anybody wants to say anything, please feel free to say something. And if you do, you know, and if you want to work with me on this and start some work, then let's do it. What is with this 200 thing? 200. How many 200s are there? We got 103. Look at that. There's another 200. There's a 201. 218. I mean, I'm not a numerologist or anything, but I just thought that was weird. Bunch of 200s. Especially one right next to each other. Boom, 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 boom. Let's move on, guys. I get distracted sometimes. We're going to close. We're going to close. We're going to close. Close. Actually, it doesn't matter. Just go here, boom, boom. You got a winner with Mercer, ISJ. Mercer Island is where all the rich developers live. Interesting. So what you were saying, the mailing address? Oh. That's interesting. See, that's some good inside knowledge, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, there's another way to do this, guys. There's another way to do this. Like, we need to do this work too, but if we had a big enough network, and I'm talking about like Steven Crowder size network, see, everything Steven Crowder says is getting, like, the mainstream media has no idea who I am or what I'm doing yet. But like, if we had 15,000 people, or I don't know, 3.5 million people, there would be enough people that would be like, hey, no, I know this dude. I know a dude that owns, and I've got his phone number, and I know where he lives. Like, it's fine. Like, that's another way that this could be done, is if we had a big enough network of people, we could do it that way too. We'd be like, nah, man, I know that dude. He owns this one. And yeah, it'd be good to have on the list so we could send postcards, but like, that person would be like, we would encourage them, we would train them, so to speak, and be like, listen, invite that dude over for coffee, for dessert, for something, and just be like, bro, you're playing part of something that you just don't understand the consequences. And you gotta get out, bro. Gotta get out. And it's, yeah. Anyway, let me see if I can get a parcel number PP in my county. Test run my ability to get that far. Candy, you gotta use, I don't know if you're still listening, Candy, but you gotta use this website right here. It's publicrecords.netronline.com. Just go to that website. It's pretty simple to use. You scroll to on the left side. There's a little zip to county converter. You punch in so you get the zip code via Google. You get the zip code, you put it in there, and then you go to the GIS. You get the parcel number, and then you take the parcel number and you go back to a link that says assessor, I mean, this is basically what you do. It's pretty simple. I had 7 viewers there for a minute, and it's back down. Just fine. People are just checking in. They're like, yeah, I don't have the endurance to try and shut down abortion mills. I don't have the time for that. I'm glad somebody's doing it. Well, if you are, show support, you know? If you're interested in shutting down abortion mills, support the ones that are doing it, or help us do it. But yeah, I don't want to say names unless somebody asks me to. I mean, I'll shout out your channel or something, but to the people that are sending PayPals, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And yeah. If anybody has any questions, there's 4 people, and I've only seen 3 in the chat, so there's somebody that's just staying quiet. So I'd be happy if you have any questions. Obviously, I'm getting distracted and stuff. It happens. So we moved on to the next one. We're just taking that. We're going to punch it in here. See, and then sometimes you get this, which is just mind-boggling to me, but it's okay. So we're in Washington. Sorry, no results found. Just look at the city. We'll figure out what city that county. Like, you have to know the county. The way that Netter works is it's all about the county. So, where's Tacoma? What county is Tacoma in? And the way that you do that is pretty simple. You just open up another one, Maps. Thank you, Nate. I do appreciate it, man. So you simply do that. There's another way. I should probably just do a Google search. I shouldn't be searching from... sometimes it gives you an article, but that's Google. The map ain't gonna help. Let me do this. Just do this. Yeah, the 200, but that's not the point, Nate. That's not the point. I'm trying to find out what county Tacoma is in. Well, you might already know this. But in Netter, all I put in was the zip code, and the zip code came up with no county. So it's telling me there that it's Pierce County, and part of the problem is that zip code. The reason it'll do that, the reason it's going to do that, though, is because that zip code might be in 2 separate counties. You get what I'm saying? So there's another way to do this, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, there's another way to do this. Nope, there's not. Not on Netter. I'm thinking of a different website. So you have to match it up. So what we do is we take this map, we zoom out, we make sure we're inside of the county parameters, and that's pretty much the fastest, easiest way. I know this seems complicated. It's not that complicated. It's just you have to understand what you're doing. You're narrowing down, and I'll say this in every single stream just to make sure everybody's getting it. When we're doing these searches, you are identifying the social security number of the property. That's a metaphor or an analogy. So you're literally trying to find out the identity, the social security number. It's not a social security number, obviously. Yes, you do, Robert. I added you and Sing Along Bear. I had to do it in a different way. It is what it is. It's fine. But what's up? Thanks for being here. So I'm going to zoom out. And then I have to go over here and zoom in and see See where it is. My computer is very slow, guys. Very slow. Pull y'all up. I always think it's a really weird city name. Puyallup. Alright, so we've got 5. I-5. Let's see. Got I-5. We're definitely... The address is absolutely inside of Pierce County. It's obvious. Obviously inside. It's right in here. So we're going to move on. We're going to do Pierce County. This is how this works. You have to identify the county first. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Fine brush up. Wow. Breath of. It's really hard to say your name, dude. I could just say Chuck like Nate does, but Puyallup. Puyallup. When I read it, I want to say pull y'all up, just because I think it's funny, but I know that's not how it would be pronounced. Bear breath is funny too. Bear breath is pretty funny. I missed the last few minutes of audio. Gonna rewind. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, Candy. I'm just basically saying that an address is like, or not an address, a parcel ID is like, it's like a social security number. All right, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go. So for the very first step when you have an address is you have to identify the county that the address is in. Okay, that's the first step. It's very simple. Identify the county that the address is in. That's all. That's what you need to know first. Then you use Netter, and you go to that county. Okay. Once you go to that county, you find the GIS, because then you need the parcel ID, the PID, the parcel ID. See, every single one of these, it's going to give you one of these things that says blah 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 blah, and you just say, yeah, sure, whatever. You want my soul? Whatever. It's for if it's for a good cause. Guys, my favorite quote, I'm just going to talk about random stuff too while I'm doing this. One of my favorite movie quotes, like truth bombs in a completely, like, I'm not saying it was a good movie, but The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. Dude, Don Cheadle, the angel or whatever the heck that dude was. That quote, that girl just sold her soul. Maybe I'm thinking of a quote from a different movie. The girl just sold her soul for $5 or whatever. But there's a quote from some movie. It probably wasn't The Family Man. I was under the impression that you couldn't sell your soul. What is that quote from? I was under the impression you couldn't sell your soul. Is it not? Maybe it is The Family Man. I don't know why I'm attaching my memory to that movie. But there was a really good truth bomb in some movie somewhere. I can't remember. No, I don't want that. I want the entire address. We want the entire address. So we're going to copy again. Whoops. Copy again. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. And then we're going to go ahead and take off that. Just, what do we have? We want this one. And somehow we have to verify it's the same one. So what we have here is we have A Street, Pacific Avenue, some cross street. We're going to zoom in. I know it's slow. If you want to buy me a new computer, that's fine. It's just fine. Guys, I use MacBook Pros because they have a good life. They have a long, long life. This is a 2009 MacBook Pro, and it's a hand-me-down. I bought this for my wife before she was my wife. I bought this while we were engaged, and my parents were like, how are you going to do that? Because, you know, you're not even married yet. And I'm like, because engagement is... Okay, so I'm pointing at the screen with my hand. Let me use the cursor. See this building right here? See this building right here? Yeah, I know I'm in the right place. Get it, got it, got it. Alright, so we're going to go show more results. No, we're going to go zoom to. And then we're going to click on it, because that's what I did last time, and hopefully that'll work. It should give me a parcel ID somewhere over here. So what it's doing here, I'll click on the number. Is that better? Help me out. It's taking a long time. I'm sorry for the... Hey, Best Answers, what's going on? And Kaiser Wilhelm Bear the second. I don't know who Yang is. What in the world are you talking about, Yang? Everybody knows Trump is going to be president. I liked Family Man, guys. I liked that movie. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but Devin has surplus munitions. I've been considering purchasing. I've never owned a gun ever, and I know if August hears me say that, he's gonna be livid, because he was just telling me tonight to protect my family with guns. So I want to get a shotgun, but I've thought about buying a bunch of 5.56 and 9mm, just for currency sake. Okay, finally pulled something up here. So 3711, just double checking. 3711. So yes and no. What we don't have is we don't have that 200. So let's see if we can get additional details here. But I copied the parcel number just to be on the safe side. And we can go and open up another tab for the assessor. But yeah, I'm thinking about buying 9mm and 5.56. Why do I know anything about guns? Sadly, because of video games. It's sad, I know. But for the sake of currency, here's what I'd rather. I'd rather have more developed skills. So I want to have a properly developed sourdough. I want to have all the knowledge and techniques of proper fermentation of beverages, because Christian or not, fermented beverages sell. It's a currency. Alcohol is a currency. Doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. Like, it's going to be a currency. Honey. I want a massive supply of honey, and I want a massive supply of salt. I have 38 pounds that was donated to me from a awesome prepper dude in Asheville, North Carolina, back in 2012, I believe it was. So 7 years now. So we've got another 38 years of life. He said it's nitrogen packed, it'll last 45 years, good to go. I'm going to eat it before then, but I've got like close to 40 pounds of a hard red winter wheat. But I want to buy a bunch of salt, and I want to buy a bunch of honey, and I want to use it as an alternative to gold, because you can't eat gold, guys. But you can use salt for fermentation, and you can use gold. You can use honey for mead. You can use honey for sweet, like, because it's sweet. It's an alternative to sugar. It lasts forever, literally. It's a beautiful thing. So you got me on a tangent. Oh, look at this tax description. This is called a legal description. Don't worry about learning how to read these, but sometimes you can find important information in here. You just kind of scan it through. It's pretty ridiculous. Legal descriptions are insane. Some are really easy and simple. Some are insane. So this is a group of buildings. You have to double check. This property probably has two, like a 100 and a 200. Maybe it doesn't. We can look at it and double check. So some of these take longer than others. I mean, I did the other one in probably 10 or 15 minutes. And this one is looking like it's going to be a little trickier. I'm seeing medical building there. I don't know if you noticed that. Let's zoom in. Did I zoom in? Yeah. It's just super slow. Cordant, dentures. So there's at least three. Let me double check the address here, because we need to make sure. See, this is 3716. Are we on the right address? 3711. Ugh. What are we looking at? Fellas, ladies, humans? The other thing about Google is sometimes you get to see exactly when. So this says November 2018. Ugh. Alright, so where is the 11 though? Is 11 part of this building, or how is this working? Go back to the GIS. My fan is running really high. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but this fan is like totally wearing itself out. Maybe, is it in here? Ugh, that's a lot of information about property, natural environment, blah, 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 blah. What is the name of this place? Because that's the other thing about this. It gives a name. All Women's Health. Okay. So, we don't want that. We want this. So, I wanted to mention this earlier. I know I'm getting really tangential and I just hopping from one idea to the next. It's all good. Hopefully you're having fun. Hey, what's going on, Roshlev? It sounds like a Hebrew name, and when I look at your image, it could be Roshlev or it could be Roshlev, but it sounds Hebrew to me. But when I look at your picture, I think, is this dude trolling the Illuminati thing, or does he legit like the Illuminati? I don't know, bro. But I figure it's a troll thing, like, ha ha ha. I assume that, but let me know if you're actually Illuminati, and I'll pray for you. Legitimate. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about with Yang. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anything about this Yang person. Call of Duty has done a lot for the fire. That's hilarious, and probably true. PUBG, dude. Do you know how many M416s have probably, like, people, like, that's probably got to be, yeah. I want an M416. I want an M16A4, please. It does have the triple burst, right? Can I get an Uzi? Because I play with an Uzi in PUBG. Like, where do I buy an Uzi? Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm just going back through the comments that I missed. You're talking about somehow you... Oh, gosh. Y'all are so funny. Just name made up ages ago. Try to make it sound Russian. Image second most well-known image from my favorite manga. It's called Homunculus. And I thought Homunculus was one of those Alex Jones animals. The thing that, like, is like the biggest lie ever. That they're like a bunch of homunculus videos on YouTube. So I got you, man. I'm not trying to, yeah, is the music at a okay volume? Because I can either turn it off or down. Chimeras, a lot of human. I mean, it's sad. It's sad. It's just as bad as abortion. Them trying to hybridize a human with a pig you're killing a human. one way or another. I keep on hearing this thing about, yeah, but we're not bringing them to term. So one way or another, they're destroying what could have been human. This is not productive on this website, guys. I'm having a hard time focusing. Sorry. Tell me if I need to turn the music down or off, though, because I'm happy to turn it off. I can't hear it at all. I just do that for the times that I'm not talking, and I think that I'm finding myself talking a lot. But if it's peaceful and good to go, then that's fine. I just picked one song, you know. Alright, man. These places with suite numbers are a nightmare. That's all I have to say. I mean, the first one wasn't that hard. Let me try again. We've got this. Taxpayer name supposedly is 3700 Professional Center LLC. I mean, these people want to hide themselves so hardcore. I mean, this is the exact same as last time. Different situation, different names, but the same exact situation. SSDD, right? You know what they say? I thought you didn't cuss. Obviously, I didn't cuss. But you get the point. It's fine. Charged person, charge of. I don't know what CP. Charged person. Is that what this stands for? I'm just gonna go with this, guys, and it's gonna go somewhere. It's going to the taxpayer. You know, you get the point. It's going to the taxpayer. That's the point. That is the point. Okay? So I'm 2 down, 45 minutes in. We're averaging like 20 something minutes each. Okay? And it's pretty much the exact same. That's what I was talking about. What am I trying to do, Rochlev? Well, let me tell you. Nate answered the question. Nate's got my back. And that's why I gave him a wrench. You're doing great, kid. You're doing great, kid. It's such a funny phrase for some reason. And it's really funny for somebody 10 years younger. It's really funny for somebody 10 years younger than me to say, you're doing great, kid. When I was in my young 20s, I used to call people kids that I knew were older than me, because I considered them still young. It was just a thing. Let me show you something. Share a little life with you. I was telling you all this story yesterday or today or something. And this is the company that I built. I designed the logo. Let me see. There's a delay. Let me see how close I can get it. I designed the logo. Alrighty. So that's the logo. Here's the dealio. This is the company that I started when I came down to Florida. Just double checking what was on here. Just my name. Yeah. So that's the company, guys. It was a laser tag company, mobile laser tag. It was non-gun, and we would set up on your property, and we had a couple of parties. We did in 8 months. In 8 months' time, we did the business that we needed to do in 1 month in order to break even. So I was taking out of my own pocket to pay the deficit, our losses. It was rough, guys. It's rough. It's all good. I don't know what you're talking about, Nate. You're confusing me. Let's move on to the next one. This is good. This is good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. Who's gonna join me? Who's going to join me? Nobody else is on this doc right now. I can add your email address right now. All you need to do is share the first part of your email, okay, and then the @ sign separately, and then whether or not it's Gmail or whatever. It's simple. And I will add you, and we can work together. And nobody told me to turn my music down or off. Yeah, the copyright strike. If they shut down the stream, like, because of the song, it's fine. I'll make 100 more. It's whatever. The Jackie Hill Perry. I'm not even monetized. I don't even know if you can get a copyright strike if you're not even monetized. Does that make sense? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. God, these places. You have to pray before you start, guys. You have to pray because there's so much evil. 98057. I'm just trying to. I like copy and pasting. 98057. My computer is having a hard time. I might turn the music off because it might help it. It might help my computer. You guys are okay if I turn the music off, right? My computer's struggling. Is there anything I need to shut down? I mean, what's this? LibreOffice? I have no idea what I have open. Adobe, I don't need that open. I know I don't need that open. Just quit. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need you. I don't need you anyway. LibreOffice, I probably don't need you. I just don't have that much stuff. Sorry, no results found. It means it's on the border of a county. You have to do the same old game. So annoying. Dude, Nate, if you can put the county... Oh, I see you're saying King County. If that's the case, that's great. King County. We'll just go to King County. How do you know that? Rainier Avenue. Like, oh, because of Renton? You know that Renton is in King? Is that how it... It's good, man. I mean, I would know a lot of that, too, for Georgia, where I grew up. Cool, man. I appreciate your help. Oh yeah, Robert. If you went to the website, thank you. I have a message on my website that says that we basically shut down because we didn't have enough money. I mean, I was getting people like, you run a company for a year and nobody contacts you, and then you don't renew your license. Your insurance goes. Or lapsed, and you lose everything, and the equipment gets repossessed. The repo man comes to take the equipment, and then people start calling you, and they're like, "Hey, I was wanting to plan a party," and you're like, "Yeah, you should have called me like 9 months ago. Thanks a lot." But I mean, you can't be mad at people, but it's just whatever. All right, I'm gonna turn the music off because I don't know what else to do. Pretty sure it's this one here. Yes. Sorry about the music being gone, but it might have been affecting things. I mean, streaming is intensive too, I get it, but tax payment, yeah, let's just quit that too. You just start locking stuff down, guys. You just gotta lock it down. I don't even think anything's open. LibreOffice, you know. I'm an OG. I use those free apps. Tell you what. So aggravating. You gotta make sure you know. That's helpful. Yeah, I see what you're doing there, putting King in. See, do you see what he's doing? You see how we're in the exact same thing, guys? You see this? It tells me that he's working. I can see real time what he's doing. It's simple. It's fine. It's fine. I think it's really funny to say it's fine over and over again. I just find that hilarious. Okay. So we're going to zoom to, and then you click on it. Did you get the point? So you zoom to, and then you click on it, and then you show more results. No, you don't show more results. All right, so you have to click on the whole deal. Did you see what happened there? Then you get this, and then you move on. I hope y'all are seeing the pattern. I hope I'm teaching something. And I need like a lot more people to help me do this, because you see my execution is on the 20-minute range, and it is what it is. Look up property info. I think this is what we did. I think we clicked on my property. I think that's what we did. I yawn a lot. Red wine makes me yawn. Other things do not affect me that way. Alright, remember, you gotta look for an I acknowledge, and you just accept whatever they say. It's what, I mean, they're not gonna rob you of your soul, guys. That's not how it works. You know how often I say that's not how it works? I say that for a reason. I say that for a reason. Site address, Hardy. That doesn't look familiar. Rainier Avenue, 263 Rainier Avenue. That's what we're... 236 Hardy Avenue. What? That's not right. What? Alright, let's search in a different way. Let's search directly on the assessors, because you don't have to go to the GIS, for the record. I don't know why that would have done that, though. 263 Rainier. I've copied the parcel number. I went over here. We put the parcel number in. That didn't work. So let's try it a different way. We're going to go to 263 Rainier Avenue. Renton, I believe this one was. Let me double check. Yeah, Renton. Wrong tab. And we'll skip the zip. We'll see if we don't need the zip. That'd be easy enough if we don't need the zip. It wants the zip. It can't find a parcel matching that. Ugh. 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 98507. I didn't say. I didn't. You didn't hear me say that. 057. How many people got in chat? 4. We're fluctuating. Got the OGs. Yeah, it's not finding it, obviously. But then you've got this. That is just not correct. I'm not understanding this, though, because 9033-8235. It's the right parcel number that matches to this 263 Avenue. What is going on? Let's check this out. What's this gonna do? Oh, is it already? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. If you're doing Google Hangouts, Nate, it's probably too late. You're probably not going to hear me say this. But I could hop on there. I said I was going to get off of here when you guys went live. I could stand to have some human interaction besides just chat. This is not working. This is not working. This one's not working. This is incorrect. It's not. It's not making sense. Sometimes you just gotta search in a different way. I mean, if that said Planned Parenthood right there or something, or whatever the name of this facility was, then it'd be good to go. Cedar River Clinic. So, Cedar River Clinics, there's another way to search, right? Right? Hey, number 5. Yeah, Nate really helped out. So what we're going to do is we're going to try. I'm going to try this. I never got my thought out. So they call it reproductive health. And based on what they're doing, that's an oxymoron. I just want to make sure to say that. Reproductive health is the opposite of what they're doing. They're doing reproductive death. And to call it health is the exact... That's why it should be so obvious. Nobody should be confused. It's the exact opposite of the truth, which is what Satan does. Nobody should be confused. This place is a mystery. So we'll have to look more into this one. I don't know. I don't know who all's here. I know Robert is here. I think Nate left. It says 5 people. I can keep going or something, or maybe I can try and join Nate and Breath of Fresh Bear for what they're doing, because that might be fun. You can only handle so much of this at a time. That's why we need a lot of people doing this, because it's like you're dealing with Satan regularly. It's just horrible. It's just horrible. It's disgusting people. And we need to pray for them. What? Why would a lesbian be getting an abortion anyway? Like, does anybody make any sense of this? God in heaven, help us. Slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely. Cedar River Clinics is associated with a lot of locations. Financial office. Oh, man. $91,000 murders in Washington. 4 million people across the country. There's their EIN. There's more than one way, guys. There's always more than one way. Just find it out. It's so disgusting. There's 5 people here, and you guys aren't chatting. I would love to really Google. That's what you're going to do? You're going to make a calculator? Really? But before we talk about that, let me tell you about Mary's Berries. First and foremost, let me tell you about Mary's Berries. They are literally to die for. Like, I literally died. I ate Mary's Berries, and they literally made my life completely flip upside down. So, Mary's Berries. You need to buy them, and you need to use my promo code. Mary's Berries are beyond to die for. That's all I'm saying. And they are the stuff. So, that's what they told me to say, and they pay me money to say that. So, they're amazing, and I have Mary's Berries at home, and Mary's Berries are truth. I'm just trying to get somebody to say something. Nobody's saying anything. I feel so alone. Mary's berries, guys. Mary. Oh God, why? Why does this happen? I clicked on the wrong link. Feminist Women's Health Center. Oh God, help us, please. Why did they show a Chinese lady? I wonder if there's any race of people on the planet, like a specific race or ethnicity, I mean. I wonder if there's a specific ethnicity of people that never, ever get abortions. You know who probably never aborts, ever, for like hundreds of years? You know who probably never has had an abortion, that they don't even know what it means? The Sentinelese people. Those people that live... There's 7 people here right now, and there's nobody chatting. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. I bet you the Sentinelese people that live on that island are begging for somebody to get pregnant. Like, you think they perform abortions? Because they just don't feel like it? This is what I'm talking about. You gotta go to like an IRS website, some kind of official government website. Charity Navigator. I don't have permission. Access denied. What kind of garbage is that? Nobody's gonna give me a, yeah, you're right. Sentinelese people would never ever have gotten an abortion ever in the history of Sentinelese people. Nobody else thinks that that's amazingly true. I'm just kidding, guys. It's fine. You're listening. You're watching. It's fine. I want people to help, though, for real, for real. I really do want people to help, okay? Insemination services. These people are so disgusting. The Giving Fund. I want an address, guys. I want an address to who's behind the EIN. There's got to be a way to find out. Yes, Constitution Bearer. Constitution Bearer, that is Operation Baby Landlord. We are identifying the owners, not the doctors, but the owners of the properties, so that we can send a postcard to the owners. Name in IRS master file. You see what I'm talking about? So here's the technical owner. There's a human being, though, you know? There's a human being behind this. We got the street address, 106E East Street. Let me see if one of those shows up. 106. That could be a mailing address, because it's not in my list. $4 million, yeah. Look at their income. Raking it in, guys. Yeah, man. We're identifying the landlords, and then we're going to send postcards to them. And then eventually, when we're done with our list, we're going to make this list. We're not going to make it public, but we're going to send this list to every church in every church that's actually a church. If you feel me. And then thousands of postcards are going to go to each and every single one of these places. Not the places, the owner's property, the owner's address that they're putting to receive their tax documents. Does that make sense? So possibly their business, possibly their home. It just depends on how they operate their life, you know. But they're gonna get the mail. They're gonna get the mail. If you send it to the abortion clinic's address, it's just going right in the trash. They probably have an alternative address to receive. It's probably the address that I'm trying to find. You get my point. It's pretty straightforward. This is not helpful. This may or may not be. I'm going to leave this up. It may or not be anything at all. Disgusting people. Horrible. Horrible people. But yeah, Constitution Bear. Good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Got 6 people here. I'd love to see a couple of comments. Otherwise, I'm going to head on over to Nate and Breath of Fresh Bear, they are streaming, and I might crash their party. Exempt organization select check. I'm gonna try and crash their parties. Oh yeah, I already clicked on that. Dang. It's so frustrating. All right. Well, we got two. We got two tonight, guys. We got two. We got these two. And there's a long list. Friends, there's a long, long list. Where's this? Who's doing these? Is this New England? Is this what Big Hat Bear was doing? New Hampshire? Yeah, I think Big Hat Bear is doing these. Good. Good stuff. Somebody else was working. We're working on it. Working on it. Somebody working in Massachusetts. Somebody's working in Maine. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work it out. No chats, so I'm gonna move on. I would love to stream and do a Q&A. Share. I need to get to 250, and I'm gonna get my wife on here. That might happen tomorrow. It depends on when I get to 250. I need to give her advance warning. That's her request. So I download this every night or every day as much as I can, and anybody else that's on the dock can download it as well. And it's the 14th, and I need to put the time. Why do you hate me? What is it? 23? 21. 21. 1 0, and then I always do 0. Whoop. 0 0. Enter. We're good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. File. Download as. We'll just do this again. All right. Does anybody have any last words? I'm new here, GG. Hey, GG. What's up? What are we watching? Well, GG. Before I get off of the stream. This was about an hour, a little over an hour. Yeah, man, of course. GG, this is Operation Baby Landlord. You see it on the screen. You hear me talking about it. Operation Baby Landlord is identifying the landlord of every property that is an abortion mill. And we plan on sending them postcards. Truth, loving messages of truth and conviction. We don't do the conviction. God does the conviction. We pray for their souls. We pray for their hearts to be receptive of a message such as, what if God held you accountable for all the babies? A message, something like that, right? But we're going to be praying for these owners and then sending them postcards. Those postcards aren't going to stop. They're going to just keep coming in. We're going to do it. Other people are going to join with us. And we're going to, with the help of prayer and our efforts, we're going to get abortion clinics shut down. We're going to change the face of America, friends. All right. Have a good night. I'm out of here.